It will never be enough to satisfy your deepest longings. And this is how we get to the heart of the issue. It's not going to satisfy what you're truly longing for. You track what I'm saying? You're not longing for more possessions. That's not what your heart is really desiring and what you're longing for. You're built to long for an epic mission. You're built to long for someone epic, for someone eternal. It's Jesus. You're built to long for that. You are longing for that, but you're trying to carry out these longings that you have in stupid ways of possessions, and I am too. I'm not saying that you guys are and I'm not, and I don't battle this, and it's not a temptation, and that I've never been covetous. No, it's Jesus that we're longing for. Think about this too. The cool thing about giving to Jesus and His church and furthering the gospel and helping people and loving people, instead of trusting in your possessions, is that the more you give away, the more joyful you're going to be. I don't just say that, and I'm not trying to preach prosperity theology to you or anything like that, but I'm telling you, it's truly, as the Bible, it's truly more blessed to give than to receive. The more money you spend on yourself, if you understand the gospel, if you understand the urgency of getting the gospel to other people, that we're called to make disciples of all nations, if you understand that urgency and logically it actually takes money to go and do that. It takes money to go and plant churches and to give people Bibles and to send people on mission, all that kind of stuff. And you're constantly pouring money into yourself and into your possessions. You feel it. You go, man, that's just stupid. It's kind of a waste. That's probably the Holy Spirit convicting you of sin. But we think about it on the flip side, that the more we give away, it's not like we're ever going to make too many disciples. You're never going to go, you know what, our church just planted too many churches. There are too many people that are hearing the gospel. There are too many hurting and broken people that are being reached out to. And there's too many poor people that are being helped through this financial time. It's just too many. Our church is giving away too many Bibles. Our church is getting good gospel-centered books into too many people's hands. Our church building is just too big. Too many people are coming to worship Jesus and grow in Jesus with His church. We're not going to say that. We have a grand mission laid out in front of us. And it's never going to be enough. But it's a good thing. We can keep pushing and we keep moving forward. This is kind of the flip side of it. We can keep pouring money into ourselves and we know this is futile. This is all going to burn someday. I'm piercing myself with pangs, as Paul says. We're never going to give too much away. There's a lot of work to do, and it's all about Jesus. I want to read to you Colossians chapter 1, 16 and 17. This is one of my favorite texts in the whole Bible because it shows us clearly that everything is all about Jesus. You ready? Ready? Anyone? For by Jesus all things were created, in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities, all things were created through Him and for Him. And He is before all things, and in Him all things hold together. Get the idea? When we say we're a gospel-centered, this is just kind of how we describe what our church is. We're a gospel-centered church that is all about Jesus. This is why. Because everything is all about Jesus. Everything is all about the glory of Jesus. Everything was created by Jesus and for Jesus. This is how we glorify the Father. All things were created through Him and for Him. He is before all things, and in Him all things hold together.